3 weeks ago, I asked you all one question. What's the hardest sound to pronounce in English? And wow, these were the answers you gave. Today, we're going to practice the English sounds that over 500 English learners said they struggle with the most, starting with the most difficult sounds and ending with some nightmare words. By the end of this video, you will become a pro at pronunciation. First, watch and listen. Then, copy my mouth movements with these close-up shots. Finally, shadow every sentence out loud. Ready? Let's begin. The TH monster. This is my red alarm clock. The time is 8 a.m. In 3 hours, I'm heading out to meet my friend. It's actually his birthday today, so I'm going to see him. Then I've got some errands I need to do. I have to do something with my passport because on the 9th of July, I'm going to Malaysia. Today is the 4th of July. Oh wait, is it the 5th? Now, can you shadow what I just said? This is my red alarm clock. The time is 8 a.m. In 3 hours, I'm heading out to meet my friend. It's actually his birthday. Then, I've got some errands I need to do. I have to sort something with my passport. I'm doing that because on the 9th of July, I'm going to Malaysia. Today is the 4th of July. Oh wait, is it the 5th? Good speaking. Oof. All of that shadowing has got me thirsty. I always like to drink a big glass of water on a morning. It helps me think clearly and keeps my brain hydrated. After that, I like to exercise. Chang, can you throw me the dumbbell? Thanks. Whoa. Now I feel dizzy. Do I think my thoughts, or do my thoughts think me? Well, this morning's exercise wasn't very thorough, but it was something. Now, can you shadow what I just said? Oof. All of that shadowing has got me thirsty. The first thing I do every morning is drink a big glass of water. I always think more clearly when my brain is hydrated. After that, I like to exercise.
Chang, can you throw me the dumbbell? Thanks. Whoa. Now I'm feeling dizzy. Do I think my thoughts, or do my thoughts think me? Well, this morning's exercise wasn't very thorough, but it was something. Nice work! If you struggle with the TH sound, you might be replacing it with another sound. Maybe you say tink instead of think. Maybe you say dis, zis instead of this. Here's the fix. Gently place your tongue between your teeth. Now copy me. The, this, though, three. Very good. The best way to get better at any pronunciation exercise to improve your clarity of speech and your articulation is 1. Go slowly, and 2. Over exaggerate. Nice and slow is the way to grow. Now, here's a tricky tongue twister. Can you say this? Though I thought it through thoroughly, it was still rough. Though I thought it through thoroughly, it was still rough. This is my TV, and this is a remote. I'm pressing the power button to turn on the TV. At the moment, I'm watching the World Cup. World. World. That's a tricky word. Speaking of the world, this is my globe. I love having this globe in my house because it reminds me how many countries are watching these videos. Now, quick question for you. Which country do you want to win the World Cup? And you can answer with, I want to win because For example, I want England to win because I'm English. This is a ruler, and we use it to measure things, to measure distances. This is a loo roll. In Britain, we call the toilet the loo. So toilet roll becomes loo roll. Very common. Can you say these two words? Ruler, loo roll. Ruler, loo roll. Ruler, loo roll. Tricky? Let's try to shadow right now. This is my TV. And this is the remote. I'm turning on the TV with the power button. At the moment, I'm watching the World Cup. World. World. That's a tricky word. And speaking of the world, this is a globe. This is a ruler. We use it to measure things. And this is loo roll. In Britain, we call the toilet the loo. So toilet roll becomes loo roll. Imagine the L sound as a little bell. The tongue reaches up, it taps the roof of your mouth, and then it drops back down like a ding. Can you repeat? L, L, hello. Very good. Now, the R sound is the opposite. Imagine your tongue is really shy. So it sits in the middle of your mouth. It doesn't touch anything. It just curls back and hangs there. R, R, really shy. Now you, really shy. Good. So you can remember like this. L, L, L is like a bell. R, R, R is really shy. Very good. Now, let's try this tricky tongue twister to test your pronunciation skills. And to make this really effective, I want you to say it slowly and over-exaggerated. Got it? Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Very good. You can practice that one and speed it up and think of it like an athlete before a race. Before the race, the athlete trains. He warms up, or she warms up. You would do the same before speaking English every time. You can use these tongue twisters as a fun way to warm up your facial muscles. Very good. Oh, hello. Over there is the place where I do my work, where I like to think, where I like to write my ideas, my plans, and my video scripts. But before I do any work, I need to eat because you can't eat on an empty stomach. I mean, you can't write on an empty stomach. So I have a tube of Pringles, and I chose this snack because it's a tricky word to say. Crisps. These are crisps. All right. Now, let's go to my desk. Cheeky crisp. Right now, I'm sitting down at my desk with a pen and a sketchbook. When I feel stuck, I like to stare out of the window. Sometimes, when an idea strikes me, I write it down. I also keep some plants near my desk. They make the space feel calm, they make me feel calm, and I especially like it in spring, when everything starts to turn green. Now, let's shadow what I just said. I like to write video scripts at my desk. But before I work, I need a snack. Pringles are my favorite crisps. Right now, I'm sitting down at my desk. With a sketchbook and a pen. My desk is next to the window. So whenever I get stuck, I stare outside. Sometimes, an idea suddenly strikes me. When that happens, I write it down straight away. I also keep a few plants near my desk. They make the room feel calm, especially in spring when everything starts turning green. Good job. This is my creative corner, and you'll probably notice there are lots of post-it notes stuck on the coffee table. Whenever I have an idea, I write it down on a sticky note or a post-it note so that I don't forget it. Some of these ideas become YouTube videos, some of them become strategies for Sprout. Other ideas never make it any further than this table. Next to the table, I have my guitar and my piano. And if ever I'm feeling stuck, I like to play a little bit of music, take a break for a few minutes, and then come back feeling refreshed. Now, let's shadow what I just said. This is my creative corner. You'll probably notice all of these post-it notes. Whenever I have an idea, I write it down. Some of these notes become YouTube videos. Some become strategies for Sprout. Others don't make it any further than this table. Next to the table, I have my piano and guitar. If I get stuck, I stop working. I play for a few minutes and then come back feeling refreshed. Good job. Now, let's look at the crunchy consonants from this section. And we'll start with the word crisps. Don't try to say it all at once, but build it one sound at a time. So, crisp, crisps. Good. Let's try the same with script. And again, don't rush. Start with script and then simply add the S at the end. So, script, scripts. Very good. And finally, a bonus word. A lot of you asked in the comments for the word asked. So let's break it down into two parts. Ask and t. Firstly, ask. Ask. Now, asked. Asked. Good. Don't ask me to do that again. One of the longest words in the English language has 36 letters in it. Hippopota monstra sesquipedaliophobia. Ironically, it means the fear of long words. If you have a fear of long words, then fear not, for today I will help you. And the first nightmare word is... Actually... Guys, we've just arrived at the shop and there are two problems. First problem, there's been a power cut. Second problem, there's no Worcestershire sauce. But every cloud has a silver lining. So, first problem, there's been a power cut. The lights have gone out. A power cut doesn't happen regularly. Our first nightmare word, regularly. Now, British people often shorten this word to 3 syllables, regularly. Power cuts don't happen regularly. Second nightmare word is Worcestershire sauce. And they don't have any Worcestershire sauce here in the supermarket. That's the problem. However, thanks to the joy and wonder of editing, here is some Worcestershire sauce. Now, this sauce is very famous in England because, well, it's delicious. But it's very famous outside of England because it's bloody difficult to say. It looks like Worcestershire, but we actually say Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce. Very good. Next nightmare word. So these are the refrigerators. Nightmare word. Refrigerator. But honestly, we don't actually say that in England and in Britain. We just say fridge. So let's move on. What's the time, by the way? It's around 10:15. It's approximately 10:15. Approximately. Around. Darkness.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
This is literally the darkest shop I've ever seen. There's Chang. The final nightmare word. Literally. We don't say literally. We shorten it. Literally. These nightmare words are literally a nightmare. Now, let's go pay and go back home. Dearie me. If you've made it this far into the video, then you are doing an extraordinary job to improve your English speaking skills. Listen, extraordinary. Today we've practiced individual sounds. We've practiced tricky word endings. Now it's time for the final challenge. And these are the words that hundreds of you asked me for help with. So, without further ado, let's shadow these nightmare words. Squirrel. Entrepreneur. Edinburgh. Literally. Regularly. World's strongest. Approximately. Worcestershire. And finally, hippopotamonstra-sesquipedaliaphobia. Bloody hell, Harry.
And bloody hell!
Now to summarize this whole video. For the TH sound, gently place your tongue between your teeth. If you still struggle with the sound, a very useful tip is to record yourself and then compare it with me earlier in this video. Do our mouths look the same when we pronounce this sound? For the L and R sounds, remember that L is like a bell. It reaches up, taps the roof of your mouth, and then comes back down. And R is really shy. It sits in the center of your mouth and it doesn't touch anything. R. For the crunchy consonants, remember, it's easier to break them down into more simple sounds. So crisp plus s equals crisps. And finally, for the nightmare words, remember that going nice and slow and over-exaggerating the mouth movements is going to train your muscles to make those sounds. If you're still watching this video, then you're doing a wonderful thing by listening to English and really immersing yourself in the language. I hope that the shadowing was useful for you to improve your speaking. If you want to take this one step further and you want to really build your speaking confidence and actually become someone new in English, then I created an immersion platform called Sprouts. It's a place for you to immerse yourself completely in English. You watch videos, you learn vocabulary with flashcards, and then finally you speak with JI. You can speak freely and fearlessly without the fear of being judged by another person. It's a place for you to completely develop a new English self, to become someone completely new in English. You can try Sprout for 7 days completely free. I will leave a link in the description. Thank you and have a beautiful day.